Good. I'll just let you guys go ahead and ask questions.
We're focusing on a couple plays out there. How is his kind of early beginnings been? What struck you about that?
It's been great. The off season was awesome. Again, what we liked about him was he's got size and length and position flexibility, and it flashed on tape. And now you see it in drills. You didn't get as much kind of team reps, and now to come right into training camp and to have all the juices flowing, you're getting more reps, you're seeing more team stuff. You're starting to see him flash more, which is awesome, which is what we expect from him. And just want to keep, it's still early, it's been 2 practices, but we just think that the more guys that are new that come in to our system, they get more comfortable, they get used to the attacking, and we just think he'll just keep getting better.
Did you guys see a lot of, untapped potential in him?
Yeah, for us, for our scheme, absolutely.
Why is that? Why
Just because of his size, explosiveness, you see the power that he has and the length and how he uses his hands. And he's a loose athlete as well, but to go along with the size, he's heavier than you think. He's got just really heavy hands. So when you can tie that into the explosiveness of his lower body, it fits us really well. Plus, he's, like I said, he can go inside, give you some flexibility as a rusher as well.
You mentioned that flexibility. You had guys like Arden Key, Charles Mender, who had it. How much does having success with those guys in the past make it more projectable when you do get it?
I think everywhere you kind of have to have those type of guys, just like you'll probably ask about the nickels in the corners or the nickel safety or anyone that you need that because you don't dress 90 guys. So you've got a certain amount of guys that are on your roster. So when those guys have that flexibility, you never know. You want those guys to be able to do that. They can plug in and go inside and outside. Not everybody can do it, but when they can, it's cool. It gives them, added value for us, added value for our roster.
Nick, what's your early impression of Anderson and Brown, the 2 backup defensive tackles?
Awesome, excited, really getting after it. It's still early, but they haven't been here too long. But you see the power, you see the explosiveness kind of in their body. Really want to see what they can do as they grow into it. But you've seen the athletic ability along with those heavy hands too, right? Brown he's coming off an injury, but you don't really notice it because he can still bend and be explosive and use his hands. So we'll just see where those guys go. They're young, and they're new to our system too.
I haven't seen him stop a variable.
He's really, you can tell he's been studying and been working on it. He's not really like hesitant at all in the communications. And his being comfortable just in what he's doing back there, how he's communicating. You didn't see him do as many things in the post. He had a nice pick out of the post, yesterday. He's just got good natural football instincts, but what we knew about him is that he cared, he did a lot of things, and I think the next thing that's gonna show up for him is a good tackler. He's really physical. That's the stuff you haven't seen so far, because, the stuff in the offseason, it was seeing this, he's a big dude, like he's swole, he's like strong, but he's got that mobility, he's got some flexibility, and he moves really well too. So to see that he's got the movement skill to go along, you can see that he cares. He's put the time into it, but just because how he's communicating out there and moving around.
Nice interception by Luter today. What did you think about his progress from last year to this year?
It's big because with him it was the injury, and then he missed a lot of time and it was like catching up. And so here it's just the progress. He's got great size, length, and the pick he had today was awesome. He just went up and grabbed it. He snatched it, he high pointed it, took it, and the progress with him is using the size and length that he's got, and he's been doing that. He's got the feet for it. He's built right. He's strong. He's willing. He's a willing tackler. He'll go hit, and again, just progress with him. And you're seeing it.
Corner has historically not been that deep position group for you guys. This year it seems like it might be your deep. How do you evaluate that group and where everything's at?
I think, like you said, it's competitive. The guys that we brought in, I think it was about guys that played, but it's a mentality thing around here. You want them to be, okay, are these 49er guys? And I think I said that in the spring too, and I think kind of everybody has talked about it. We wanted guys that fit us, right? Good players, they're tough, they're gonna play with the violence that we like, they love football, you can see it, and when you hear people that talk about them, people, they all say good things about them, it all checks all these boxes, and then when they come, it's like, okay, this guy is us. This guy does fit. He is a Niner, and it was kind of feel like that with pretty much everybody that we've brought in. And that's what's been so exciting is the guys are working. Guess what? We've already got this core group of guys that work their butts off. Everyone knows that comes in, they see it, and they're the same way. So it's like, okay, how good can we be? And then how quick can we come together and be like a unit, you know?
What's the biggest difference you've noticed in terms of like just preparation, meetings, and day-to-day stuff since Brandon Staley arrived compared to the last couple seasons?
Say it again?
What's the biggest difference that you've noticed in terms of just day-to-day stuff, preparation, meetings, since Brandon Staley arrived compared to maybe the last couple seasons before
For
he got
me?
here? Yeah, or just the defense in general.
Well, I mean, for me, I wasn't a coordinator, so he arrived when that happened too. So my stuff changed at the same time that Brandon changed. So everything's different for me as far as preparations for meetings. But Staley's been great because he's got experience. He comes from a couple different systems, and it's just helped us, being able to talk through stuff.
Is there any like major schematic changes you've noticed, or that you guys are working to implement that you've had to work through since he's been here?
Oh no, we talk through stuff, just talking football, just like I would go talk to offensive guys, but we do what we do, and he may have some suggestions that we talk through and kind of see some things on, when we're studying tapes of other teams and stuff like that, but it's just good to have him.
What did you think of the defensive effort today in practice? Were you pleased with it, or are you ever pleased? How do you sort of evaluate practice?
I never want to get too high or too low. You're right. Everyone always, that old saying of it's never as good as you think or as bad as you, that's true. Because you can think it's like everything's great. Because it's never perfect. There's always something that can be fixed. There was the effort I've liked. I want to watch the tape so you can see everybody. But I think our guys are playing hard. They're communicating really well. I think we fit the run game better today than yesterday. We've been competing outside, covering guys. I think that's been fun to watch. And then competing in the rush too. So we'll see.
Nick, how concerned are you about the depth at defensive end? And last year you guys had to bring in Charlton and a number of guys for our camp. Do you think you might have to do the same thing this year?
I hope not. I like the guys that we have. I think they're all working. So I think we have a good group.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, thanks guys.
RJ will be next.